This is Jessie Lynn's Ribbons.
And Cobalt's Corner.
Together, we're us. Never gets old, I swear to God. I love it.
It's definitely our thing.
It's definitely our thing. And today we're going to be doing a little bit of rambling of, like...
Let's talk about some shit.
Literally the bullshit that happened the last few days, and then especially today. I can't even. But real quick, I have to point this out. We are freezing. We're turning this room. We've mentioned in other videos that we're turning this room into our Gram's room because she's going to come up to help take care of me and John while I'm going through my surgery and just mentally being John's support person.
My emotional support human.
Yeah. So... right now, everything is bare. Like, behind us used to be... This is our studio and our office. So, behind us used to be... have, like, the backdrops. And we used to have our little arcade table in front of us. And everything. And our little futon. Now there's a bed here. And we're revamping this room for our Gram.
It's a temporary change.
Exactly. And... so we're doing that, and it's just like, it's a lot, and it looks a lot different, and it's kind of weird for us because we're used to it being full. So it's different. But I guess, like,
let's start with what happened.
So starting 2 days ago, I started having, well, wait, hold on. So a lot of our content lately is pre-recorded. So this actually happened within the last 2 days. So everything you're gonna see next week that pertains to anything ER happened back in January. This is what happened today and 2 days ago. So 2 days ago, I started having really bad pains in my side, in my right side, and so I kind of stuck it out dealing with it. Yesterday, I couldn't eat anything. I couldn't drink anything. And I was like, oh, shit. And I looked at John. I'm like, I'm going to need to go to the hospital. And I can't because I have my double mastectomy coming up in a few days. I can't risk getting surgery from a stuck kidney stone. And so I tried to wait it out all night. I was crying. I was in pain. I was really sick because kidney stones make you really sick. And then 4 a.m. I woke John up and I'm like, we need to go to the hospital. And we need to go right now. Like, something is not right. Something's wrong. So we wake up the poor kids. They're still in their jammies. We get them in the car.
What's going on?
What's going on? Why are we doing this? And like, we gotta take mommy to the hospital. I'm so sorry. We get them in the car. We drive all the way to the hospital. And we get right back in immediately. Like, luckily, John knows the staff there, so, like, we get back quick. And I go immediately for my CT scan, come back, and I go to get my port accessed, because this is the last time I'm going to get my port accessed. Oh, my God. I can't even, when I tell you this. What was he, a nurse?
Yes.
He was a nurse. Oh, hi, Lonnie. Yes, we're comfy and cozy. We're freezing, one, because we're in the room we're turning into our Gram's room, and two, it's just really, really cold tonight, and it's raining.
It's miserable.
Yes. So, it was a what? Nurse tech?
No, it was... Wait, well, so the first guy that we saw?
No, the guy that did my port.
Oh, yeah, he was a nurse.
Okay, so...
he was a baby nurse, but a nurse.
He was a baby nurse. And... I asked him because he was getting real nervous. He kept busting the gloves. I'm like, oh, fucking hell, like, if he's busting gloves, he must be busting condoms left and right. But, like, you know, he was busting them constantly, and I'm like, oh, fuck, here we go. So I asked him, I straight up asked him, like, so have you done a lot of ports or not that many? I'm just kind of curious here. And he was like, I've barely done any. I'm like, fuck, no. And he goes, he sets everything up.
Stupid.
He grabs, so when you have a port, right, like John's arm, okay, his chest, okay, his tattoo is the port.
Okay, there we go.
You literally hold the port gently and you kind of push in a little, just very gently.
You can feel the little dots.
Like, I could do it to myself. And you find the 3 little dots, and then you you put the needle through. He grabbed my port, pulled it forward. I was in so much fucking pain. I want to punch this guy.
It's like
pulled
take,
it forward.
Take your muscle and just go.
And then he's feeling around and he can't figure it out, so he lets go. He lets go. He doesn't gently push it back. He lets go of my shit, right? He was like, I'm going to go get the other nurse real quick. I'll be right back. He goes and gets her. She comes in. She's feeling it and doing it the correct way. And she's like, yeah, there's all three. You just go right in the...
It's right here.
Right here, right in the middle. Like, she actually has a scar from how many times she's been poked in the exact same spot. Just follow that spot. He was like, oh, okay. She leaves. Grabs my shit again. And then there's a rule with this, and I'm going to explain. He takes the needle, shoves it in, doesn't numb me, nothing, doesn't even ask, but whatever at this point. Shoves it in, and then he didn't like where it was at. He pulled it back out, and then he shoved the fucker in again. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? I'm like, I'm in so much pain with my kidney, and you're doing this to my port? Please. And that causes an infection. You know, like, I hope to God I don't get one, but I'm getting us out in a few days anyways, hopefully. Knock on wood. There's an explanation for what I just said. So, like, that happened. And then we get blood work done. I already said I got my CT scan done. And the lady comes in immediately after and she goes, yep, you have a kidney stone. It is a 5.4 millimeter stone. And that really sucks. I'm like, really? You think? Like, I'm in pain here. You think? So they hooked me up to fluids. They gave me 2,000
milliliters.
2,000 milliliters of fluids. And they gave me Toradol. And that kind of helps with, like, opening up for you to pass your stone or whatever. And for me, it didn't take my pain away at all, though. So I was in excruciating pain. I literally wanted to wring someone's neck. If John would have said something the wrong way, I probably would have choked him out.
Oh, well.
And shut up. And so the kids are with us. We have each on one side of the room. Because if you put them together, they're just going to freaking fight the whole time.
Just call it a day.
And John, you know, he's doing his beautiful husbandly duty of annoying every nurse and doctor there is. And he's like going out like, you know, are we getting in there a bag of fluids or did the results come back? Blah, blah, blah.
No, hold on. Did the results come back? Well, I already knew the answer to this question because
our portal
baby nurse dumbass. That's what we'll call him Carlton. Because I don't.
Hi, Susan.
Because I don't have anybody else. We'll just call him Carlton.
Yes, we'll call him that.
Okay, Carlton and Brenda.
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 Who the fuck's Brenda?
Brenda was the supervising nurse for Carlton, and
fucking God.
And he left the computer open so I could see inside her chart.
He didn't lock it.
Which, it's okay, you know, whatever. You know, we're not going to go and mess with it. But I could see her lab results. Like, I was like, I knew that they were there. And I was like, okay, so what are we waiting on? You know, because I know how this process works. I've been on both sides.
And he had an attitude. With him. With me, he was like the sweetest guy ever. But with him, he was an asshole.
Oh, we're waiting to see if, you know, we get some more lab results back. We're waiting for the doctor to do some things. And
hi, Desi.
And I'm sitting there and I'm like, I already know that the stuff's back.
I checked my portal.
I was like, it doesn't take, you know, an hour and a half for a radiologist to interpret results. And she grabs her phone and she has everything that's there.
Every test I took that night or today.
And it was there for over an hour.
It was, we had the whole thing. And they were telling us, oh, we have to wait for the results. We have to wait for this shit. I'm like,
so I was like,
come on.
Enough is enough. I went out and I found one of, you know, the nurses that, you know, I knew, you know, because of being there as often as what I am. And I was like, hey, we need to talk. And I get these weird looks when it's people that I don't know, or like that I'm not in uniform and it's not a lot of people that know me. Like, right. I'm not I said this when we were in the hospital too. It's like, I'm not a super powerful person, but when I open my mouth, I know what I'm talking about.
Exactly.
And it wasn't the fact of, you know, oh, we had a whole bunch of people in the emergency room or everybody was busy.
It was slow. We were there from 4 a.m.
until like 10.
Yeah, till about 10.
10. I think around 10 we walked out the door.
Yeah.
But I was like, you don't lie to your patient. Like, you can say, hey, let me go check on a couple things and I'll get back to you or whatever, but you don't flat out lie.
Exactly.
And that was my issue. It wasn't that they, had bedside manner problems or that they were being disrespectful. I mean, yeah, I was getting a little bit of attitude, but the way that I took it, and it was more of a, hey, stay in your lane. And I was like, okay, I can kind of understand it.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't like it, but I can understand it. And so I went and I spoke to, the charge nurse, who I just happened to, I know, I know a lot of nurses. And when when I went up and I was like, hey, this is what's going on, blah, 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 blah. And
does he? Yeah.
What does it say? Oh, they despise when a
Yeah.
patient. Oh,
They
I
hate
know.
it. They hate when you advocate for anything. They freak out.
It was crazy because the charge nurse, when Carlton came back in the room later on, she comes up. Hey, is everything okay in here? Yep, we're good.
Yeah,
thanks.
we laugh. We're like, yeah, we're good. We got this. We're cool. And he's like going ham on him.
I'm like, hey, make sure you do this. Make sure you do this slow. Hey, make sure you push this medicine slow. Oh, it's only half of a milliliter.
I'm like, I will throw up for, it doesn't matter if it's a half of a milliliter. I will throw up for anything if you don't push it slow. And he was like,
he was getting all pissed off. Like, and what, if, I'm not telling you who I work for. But like, they'll jip her on her fluids. She doesn't get the whole amount of fluids. So
he knows how to work the machine.
I make things work.
So I get the full 1,000 milliliters instead of what, 900 or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, no, you're not gonna jip me, and that's wasting anyways.
You throw it away anyhow.
So like, give me my damn fluids.
But the point is that Carlton and Brenda were being all pissy about it, and
they're on their high horse at that point.
And I was like, I don't have a problem. Again, you're trying to do things. Just don't lie to me.
Exactly.
Like, I already knew that the results were back. If you needed to go and talk to the doc about it, be like, hey, I know I understand. Let me go talk to the doc, and then I'll come find you. And you can play that game all day long.
Yeah.
Because then you're just passing the buck. But it was just one of those, like, don't lie to me.
Right.
And that wasn't right.
So like, they're treating him like shit because he's advocating. And then act like he's me, right? He's the girl.
Okay. I'm in so much pain.
Put your fake hair on. Because I have hair, okay? It's down to here, I swear.
Really?
And then, so they're like, sweetie.
Here.
Yeah, okay. They're like, oh, are you okay, sweetie? Do you need anything, sweetie? Are you okay?
I'm okay. Thank you so much.
And I was like, thank you so much. Like, you've been amazing. And I'm thinking in my head, why the fuck am I lying here? Like, and like, I'm just trying to be nice because one, I'm in pain, like excruciating pain. It was a 9 because when I'm at a 10, I'm fucking crying. And so I'm just lying my ass off. I just want them to get the fuck out of the room because if you're not gonna help me, get out of the room. Just go away because I don't want to freak out on you, especially in front of my kids. Like, I'm not gonna do that. So we come to find out, like I mentioned, I had a 5.4 millimeter stone on my right side. Found out it was mid, so like in the middle of my. Wait, let me see. I can figure it out.
Okay.
It's called a ureter.
Yay!
My mid ureter. I normally call it the urethra, but I figured out that's your pee hole. Anywho, so it was in the mid ureter, and it was first it was stuck, and it was causing my my kidney to swell and also my tube to swell. And yet they're like, oh, you're fine. You can go home. You can pass it because at a 7 millimeter, that's when we would call in the urologist.
That's when you need surgical intervention.
Right. And I'm like, I don't think I can pass this. I've never passed a 5.4. I've maybe passed like a 3.5 at most, maybe. I've never passed anything higher than that. And she was like, well, I'm not telling you this, but I'm going to tell you this. You can go up to this hospital, the one that you're getting your surgery done for, and that's where we send all of our patients for any type of kidney issues or kidney stones. And I'm like, looking at him like, why the fuck didn't we go there in the first place? Because then they would have helped me. So...
because I asked the question, I was like, so does that mean that they actually have like a urologist that is there? Like,
but they only have, they do, on call, and only if it's, your kidney is blown up like a goddamn balloon, which mine was starting to, and it still is, or, you know, or it's a 7mm stone. And I did, I do have a 7mm. It's a cluster of stones that is waiting to come down. So, I mean,
it's up in the kidney.
That should have put them on high alert, but no, they didn't give a shit.
It's not a problem if it's still in the kidney.
Oh, and then my test result, by the way, says that I have a partial or full collapsed lung. If I had that, would I be talking to y'all right now?
Every time I say that, I'm like...
Am I breathing just fine?
I don't see a collapsed lung.
I'm just very confused by that one.
I don't know what I'm talking about, though.
So then, after that happened, what? Then what happened after? I can't remember this point.
So after Carlton came in, they tried to give you a medicine that you weren't told about.
Oh yeah, they tried to give me a
potassium pill.
A potassium pill. Didn't ask me if I wanted it.
The doctor didn't even say it either.
No, he didn't even say it. You're getting this. And I'm like, I look at the nurse. That's the one that grabbed my port and ripped it up forward. Carlton. Yeah, well, whatever. You remember the name? I'll just talk. And he was like, "You're taking this." I'm like, "No, I'm not. I'm not. What is that?" And he's like, "It's a potassium pill. Your potassium's low." And John was like, "Okay, well, what is her historical history on this? Because I'm pretty sure it's been low." And he goes and he reads it off, and it was low. So I'm like, he was like, "So you do or you don't want this?" I'm like, "I don't want it. Thank you though, but I don't want it." I was nice. He was a mean one. And so he was like, "Well, no, it's fine. It's your body. It's you know, it's America. It's
we're not gonna force you to take something you don't want. We're not gonna
force you." And I'm like, "Okay, cool." And then what happened next after that? I can't remember.
So after that, he left. We talked some more about what was going on.
Right.
You continued getting more
fluids. I have my double mastectomy, no reconstruction, on the 9th of April. And problem is, they said if I don't pass this by Monday, I need to call up to the same hospital I'm getting my double mastectomy to possibly get surgery where they blast all my stones on both sides, because I have about 30 plus of them. I think they said 36 at the most in total on both sides.
And that included the cluster.
Yeah, including the cluster. And so they blast both sides, and then they'll put 2 stents in, which that shit hurts, by the way. And I've been through that many, many times over the years. And I'm like, I have surgery on the 9th. I can't do that. And so she was like, well, and I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? So at this point, I'm sitting here. I look fine. I don't even care. I'm on Toradol. I'm on Peridium, which makes you pee orange, by the way. So
stains everything.
It stains everything. Your undies, they're fucked. Your bedding, if it drips through, you're fucked. Your pants,
because
you're
it numbs everything. You don't even know when you're gonna pee sometimes.
Yeah, you don't know anything. The only way I can tell the stone's moving is my urethra. It pulsates, and that's how I know. It sounds so wrong, but that's how I know that the stone's moving, because it's pulsating. And so I was like, okay, I lost my track of thought, and so I'm okay. So Toradol, Peridium, Zofran, because I'm so nauseous. I haven't been able to eat in 2 days. I haven't been able to drink in 2 days. And then I'm on my Klonopin every once in a while because my anxiety is fucking through the roof. And it helps loosen you for you to go to the bathroom. And I'm on my Flomax. And I feel like I'm forgetting something. Is that it?
From them or just in general?
In general. Oh, and Tylenol. I'm on 1,000 milligrams of Tylenol as well. And just so that way I can function, because that's how much pain I've been in. So right now, all I feel is a dull ache. So all of that left me with a dull ache, and I can handle that. So
you haven't eaten for 2 days up until a little while ago?
I've eaten for 2 days, and it literally took Irene, so LaGuardia's Eats, it took her eating, which, oh, I love when she makes her sandwiches and those damn noodles, and oh, it's just so yummy. And when I saw that, I'm like, I looked at John, I'm like, I'm actually hungry right now. Like, I had taken a nausea pill maybe like 20 minutes prior, and I'm like, I'm fucking starving now. And he was like, well, what do you want? I'm like, I don't want something big just because I don't want to get sick because I haven't eaten in 2 days. But, like, I want something. So he went and got me the double cheese pizza Lunchable. And I had that, and I dipped it in barbecue sauce like a weirdo. And I ate that, and I'm like, finally, I was able to eat, and I've been starting to drink again. And I'm like, thank you to her live, or I wouldn't have eaten. And then I looked at John after that, and I'm like, what am I going to do about my surgery? Because if if I have to get, you know, surgery for the kidney stones, how the fuck am I get my double mastectomy? And I'm at the cutoff. So if I don't get my double mastectomy on April 9th, then there's no point in getting it.
Well,
no, I can get it, but it won't be as effective. Just like if I wouldn't get radiation, I was supposed to get radiation. You'll learn in the videos. I explain it all. But I was supposed to get radiation, and if I don't get it at a certain time, then they're like, there's no point in getting it because you've missed your mark. So I figured, as horrible as it sounds, if I don't pass my stone this weekend, which I have today and then all day tomorrow, to pray to God I pass this motherfucker.
And we're gonna keep working.
I'm gonna keep working. I'm gonna be doing the stairs. I'm gonna be cleaning still. So like I'm gonna keep going, take my meds, and pray I can do this. But if not, I'm gonna go in, put on the act of my goddamn life, act like I'm not in pain because I won't be able to take anything for a full 24 hours prior to my surgery. And I'm gonna go in, act like I'm cool as a cucumber, get my double mastectomy. I have to stay the night. And I'm gonna, that night, if it's still there, I'm gonna tell them, oh, my kidneys hurting real bad, you know, I could have, because they could see my portal. So I'm like, I thought I passed it, but I guess I didn't. And yes, Susan, it is freaking painful as hell. It's worse than freaking childbirth. And childbirth was a breeze for me. And I'm like, I'm just gonna tell them like, oh, you know, I thought I passed it, but I didn't. So what do we do now? Which I know for a fact they'll take me for a CT scan, and then most likely they'll rush me in for emergency surgery, which will be, you know, I already have this done, so then they'll just go blast everything and put the stents in. It will be hell, because then I'm in pain up here with an 18 plus inch incision, because it's gonna go straight across and all the way towards my back, and then I'm gonna have 2 drains down the front, and then I'm gonna have 2 stents up my thing if I don't pass this stone. But that's the only option I could think to do because I have to get this surgery. So I'm just hoping I pass it this weekend because I do not want to go through that pain. And you know, the nurses and the doctors at the hospital tonight, well, this morning, I keep thinking, I'm getting my days and stuff. This morning, we're pretty much like, you know, if you don't pass it, you're definitely gonna need the surgery and you're gonna have to postpone your other surgery. I'm like, yeah, I'm not postponing that surgery. I'm gonna have to lie my way through it somehow. So every time I feel pain, I'm gonna have to like squeeze the shit out of John's hand. So yeah.
So Lonnie says she's been going through a lot of urologic issues herself.
No.
She was able to eat like a beast after taking some Tylenol, though.
Yes. So Tylenol,
that's good.
That is very good. And I'm so sorry you're going through that. It is the worst feeling in the world. I'm not sure which part you're going through, if it's stones or UTIs or wherever the hell it is. It is not fun. Anything that has to do with that is not fun. So I'm glad Tylenol is working for you because it does not do anything for me unless I add it with something. Like Tylenol and Motrin together will do something for me. Tylenol and Toradol will do something for me. Tylenol on its own does not do anything. So if it works for you, that's freaking amazing.
Well, with you specifically, with your case, typically what, you know, the Tylenol works good for the pain.
Right.
And then
but not the swelling.
The Motrin, the Advil,
yeah.
the Toradol, it's, you know, a non-steroidal anti-inflammatory, so it will relax things. Right. And allow whatever's going on with you to, you know, move. So, you know, that's why you've always had to take it with something. Right. But, I mean, as long as...
I got issues, okay?
But I got them too.
Yes, you got them too.
No, but I mean, the good part about it is that, you know, at the end of the day, as long as you find something that works for you, that helps you get better, then that's the important part. Like, exactly. I'll be honest, you guys really can't see it super well. I'll try and put it in front of my face here. But I have a protuberance. That does not help. No. See, in front of, here, I'll put it right here. But I actually have a part of my bone that sticks out of my hand. And
that may need to be sawed down a little bit.
So I think it might be a bone spur or something. I'm not sure. But
you're just gonna get a hook.
We'll just cut this off. It's not my right hand. I don't need it, and I'll just
bye.
What's up, guys? I'll get a spatula attachment so I can cook. You know, actually, that's a really cool idea. But yeah, so.
That was our whole little medical journey that we went through the last few days. And then for today. Like, it was just fucking hell. So I have a journey ahead of me. I have a lot of orange pea ahead of me. But you know what? It's okay. It is what it is. But on a different note, we talked about it, and we are gonna start slowly showing you our house piece by piece, because we're gonna be doing renovations, and we've never shown our house really. We jump from room to room when you see like backgrounds and stuff that we put up, but you've never actually like seen our house. So like we'll, you know, show you a room, and then we'll put our hand in front of it so that no one knows like where our room is in our house, just for like our kids' safety. But I mean, we don't really care about our safety. Our house is freaking Fort Knox. Like, we got cameras everywhere.
Go ahead and show up at my house uninvited. Like, I encourage you to show up.
Like, we're Fort Knox. You can't get in here.
I mean, if you get in, you're not getting out. I'll tell you that.
So we're gonna go like room by room and show all like the negatives of the room, and then everything we're gonna fix.
Because there were a lot of things that when, you know, we bought this house that, you know, the owners didn't do. Like,
and they covered things up. They painted everything white, so you couldn't tell, so you didn't think
it was like a whitewash. They whitewashed everything. So like one of the main things, like in this very room, you know, the office, one of the things that we had to do was I had to change all of the outlets.
He just did that yesterday, because every single one, some didn't work, some were wiggly. Then they but they painted the whole room and in the whole house, but especially in like in this room and stuff, the paint is starting to bubble off.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then there's like a really pretty, like a greenish blue color underneath. And I've been peeling it because we're getting a professional painter to come in. So I've been trying to peel it on my own. And it's such a pretty paint. Like, why would you paint over that? But whatever.
I'm not gonna lie. When I started chipping away the paint on my side of the room, I made it look like a really cool design, and now it looks like a seahorse. It's super cool.
Mine looked cool until I was on with one of my friends on the phone, and then she was like, "What the hell happened to your wall? Like, it looks like you're living in like a trash house." I'm like, "What the fuck?" And I'm like, no, I was just fucking with the paint to get it off, because it was bubbling up and it looked horrible. And it's not just the wall, it's like, it's a ceiling too. Like, they put this paint on.
It was super cheap paint.
Yeah.
So it had to be, because like the only things that really cause problems like that is mold, which I had it checked for mold.
Yeah.
There's no mold. Humidity, which we did have problems with humidity, but
that was whenever our AC busted.
Yep, but that was an easy fix.
Yeah.
You know, because we have, you know, dehumidifiers and everything in the house, so that's not a problem. And the other option was, you know, just cheap ass paint. And and when they put it on, they didn't prepare the surface. So like obviously, if you guys know or have seen anything, you know, you sand the surface to give it some sort of an abrasive, and then when you put the paint on, it actually stays on.
And like when you look at the paint, the bluish green paint I'm talking about, it's perfectly smooth, so it wasn't sanded, nothing. They literally just sprayed or painted on. It looked like they sprayed, honestly, but they sprayed or painted on top of it. So when we peel it off, it just comes right off so easily, and it's beautiful paint underneath.
Mm-hmm.
So we have that to do. Then they had in the boob lights, which I cannot handle the boob lights.
It literally looks like a boob.
And you know what? I'm about to have my boobs removed, so I don't want to see a goddamn boob light, okay?
Post-traumatic boob lights.
So, like, we have I went and I bought these they're lights, and then there's a fan in the middle, and then...
It's an integrated, you know, like, ceiling fan light.
Yeah, and then the one we have in our bedroom, we got a different one. It's the same thing, but the top of it, underneath, has a color, so you can make any color you want. And we want to test it out first, because we're going to put it in our room, Blue's room, Red's room, and then the office room, because this is technically a bedroom as well.
And the studio.
And a studio. But, so we like it, so we're going to put it in these rooms, and then the rest of the house is just going to be the regular lights with the fans. Because they had a fan in we have 2 living rooms, so they put a fan in the one living room, and there was no blades. Like, you put a fan but no blades, and then the hole was huge.
It was massive. Like, whoever put this stuff together was atrocious.
Susan, I hate boob lights.
Actually, you know what? I have an idea that will probably help you.
What?
I'll talk to you about it.
What?
I could try. I don't know if I'm going to be able to or not. It's going to require a lot of, things. But I want to try and do maybe like an install video.
That'd be cool.
To show you guys, okay, this is the ugly boob light.
The one in the one.
That's what I was saying.
Okay.
But I have to figure out how to place the camera so y'all can be able to see it, and
It's fun and it's funny because he's trying to look up and he's like trying to do this, and luckily the lights come with this cool little
like a hook.
It's a hook with the string is up to hold the light, so you don't have to have a second person to hold it. But he's up there like my hand's too fat. I can't fit my hand in there to freaking screw the thing in, and I'm just laughing my ass. I'm like, well, you shouldn't have a fat hand. Lose some weight in your hands. Like, what the fuck?
See, now we got the thing going on. Mental Makeup showed up. It's like, hi everybody, boob lights.
Mental Makeup, hey.
How you doing, girl?
Yes, we got boob lights and we hate them. We have what?
There's a bunch.
I mean, this whole house. There's lights.
It was boob lights everywhere.
Yeah, boob lights everywhere.
It looked like there was a lot of boobs.
Just lots of whoever lived here before us
really loved boobs.
They must have loved boobs because there's boob lights everywhere. The only place there's not a light is our living room.
Yeah.
So you have to like plug in, one of your lamps or whatever, and then you can switch it on. But luckily we have like the smart lights through our house, and we were able to do that just fine. But like, who doesn't put? I don't understand why old houses they don't put lights in the living room. Everywhere else they put lights, but not the living room. It doesn't make any sense.
So Lonnie says that she's looking at her ceiling fan, and it definitely looks like a large boob with tassels.
It does.
And I agree, Mental Makeup. You came in at the right time. I'm sorry, but us talking about boob lights and me bouncing around like a knucklehead's, it's getting me. So I can't sit in one spot. I gotta keep moving.
Yeah. Well, we're sitting on the bed that my grandma's gonna have, and we thought it'd be funny as shit, and we gave her frozen sheets, and then we have a frozen blanket for her.
I was gonna do Descendants, but I wanted to wait.
Well, so we went out and we bought her frozen sheets and the whole bedding and everything, so that when she comes, she's like, "What the fuck, you guys?" Seriously.
Now, keep in mind, Graham is 80 years old. Like, damn.
Yeah.
And she's the kind of lady that's like, this is some weird ass shit.
I see your nasty ass toe. We're not doing feet pics here.
Feet pics. Don't judge me.
But like, we have pretty much everything ready. We just gotta clean the room and then vacuum and
a little bit of dusting.
Yeah. And then shampoo the carpets because her cat's coming up with her, and we had a dog, we had cats, and so we don't want her cat to be stressed out. It's an older cat. Yeah. So we have to shampoo the carpets. But like,
we just want it to be nice and comfortable for everybody involved.
Yeah.
They're doing us a favor, so.
Yeah. And she's amazing. She's hilarious as hell. If I can get her on camera, I will, because she's really fucking funny.
She'll have to get her war paint on. That's what she calls it.
If you talk about anything sexual with her or anything, she goes, "You hog!"
That's her thing.
She always says it, and it's hilarious. But then she goes and she talks about like all shit. Like we one year we bought her a Chip and Dale calendar, and she's like,
she put that up in her room.
Yeah, she did.
First thing, right
above her bed, so she could see it. And I'm like. And I said to her, I was like, "You hog, how dare you?" She goes, "He's really hot." I'm like, "Graham!" I'm like, "We don't say that." Hi, Maya.
Hey, Maya.
How are you?
You missed the conversation about boob lights.
We talked about boob lights. We talked about me going to the emergency room. We talked about we're going to go room to room. And John's going to do an install on one of the lights. He's going to take out the boob light and show you the damn boob light.
I'm going to do a single mastectomy on my roof. Too soon?
Too soon.
Okay.
We're not even there yet. Too soon. Shut the fuck up.
If I name the video that.
I can show you guys what the light looks like right now.
So I need to know, plus or minus, is it a good idea for me to name the video when I do the install, single mastectomy from my roof to a synthetic boob with tassels and lighting attachments. So plus for yes, do it. Minus for no, be a normal person.
Tell them to be a normal person. Here's the lights we put in. Ah, there we go. And then there's the fans in the middle of that. And then it comes with a remote, so you can change it from warm to bright to cool to whatever. And then the one we have in our room can do all the same thing, except for the back has like any color you can think of, it can do. Or it can even spin around doing different colors fast or go slow. So yeah.
Maya says that you're supposed to punch me.
Ow! Come on! I was in the hospital!
You trying to hurt my other arm? What's wrong with you? Ah, stop it! Help! I need an adult!
I like hurting them. Just for you, Maya. I feel like you're showing, like, you know how when people sit like that and all you see is leg and you think that you're something showing? I feel like you're showing everything.
Listen, y'all, you don't want to see none of that. You don't even want to see my legs.
I don't even want to.
Like, I'm telling you right now, this, you don't want to see. But you're dealing with it because your boy's hot. And not that kind of cool hot. It's that temperature hot.
I mean, you're looking a little sweaty.
Mm-hmm.
It was for Maya! And Desi told me to.
Oh, Desi said it?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Let me guess. It was Desi, Lonnie, Susan, mental makeup.
Susan told me to give you a hug and a purple knuckle.
Fuck!
You're welcome, Susan.
Oh!
And then, you know, John also wants to do, like, a little bit of, like, cooking stuff. You're gonna have a bruise.
That was totally not cool.
He wants to do some cooking stuff, and then I am gonna be getting, once I'm fully healed from everything. Maya's laughing.
You guys are all jerks. I just want you to know. Jerks.
I'm gonna be getting a tattoo. My mother-in-law for my birthday got me a
coupon.
Like she made me a little coupon, and I'm gonna be going to get a tattoo of the ribbon, so the pink ribbon. But at the end of the ribbon is gonna be my pink boxing gloves, because that's been like my thing the whole time. So I'm gonna be getting that, and I'll take you guys along with that. And John wants to get his tattoos taken off and redone, and then I'm gonna get my back tattoo taken off, and I'm gonna be getting it kind of looks like a tube top, I guess, but, you know, like with the straps. I'm going to be getting a full frontal and back. Actually, I'll show you a picture while we're talking.
Of an idea.
Of an idea of what I want to do.
Yeah, I have 2 tattoos that I got while I was in the Navy, and...
They're ugly.
Well, one was done, I swear the guy was drunk when he did it, because it is not even at all. And then the second one, the ink is just having a reaction to my skin, and it's like bubbling up and it's starting to come off.
Certain black inks are great for skin, and certain black inks will actually eat at your skin and then it'll break up the tattoo to where you have a white spot, and then until your whole tattoo is just gone. And like I have the same problem with some of mine as well.
So I'm gonna work on, you know, getting those removed, and then because they're both right here, obviously.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna get those removed, and then I'm gonna have them redone. And then I also, and I said this back last year, not to you guys, but to her, that I wanted to.
I have a name.
To use guys.
To use guys.
But I wanted to get, you know, the ribbon for her as well.
Yeah.
So I don't know where or how I'm gonna do it or anything like that. But
my mom's doing it too. So we're all going to do it together. Hopefully at the same place. Because we talked about, like me and my mom talked about going to the tattoo place that we both got our tattoos for the first time together. So we're going to hopefully do that. But here's a tattoo that I'm thinking of getting. Now the flowers you are going to see aren't the flowers I would get. The flowers I would get are of all of my loved ones. And so it would be so it's going to be front and back.
And again, it'll look similar to this, but not exactly like that.
So it goes up. And the squirrel is at the bottom. And I already have the Celtic Father, Son, Holy Spirit, so it works in pretty perfectly. And then the squirrel's at the bottom, and the squirrel is what kind of covers the incision. And as you guys know, squirrels for me we call them nunnel. It's just after my grandfather. And so yeah, it's just sentimental and
it's got a special place for you.
It does. And then I'm gonna have I'm not gonna have no ladybug. I am terrified of ladybug. But I'm gonna have.
There's one.
Shut the fuck up! I'm not even playing with you. I look too. I'm gonna have a butterfly just because of what it means. You know, after the transformation. You know, going on with your life, everything like that. And then I'm gonna have everyone's flowers throughout the front, back, and if I have members of my family or friends that I love and they have the same month, I'm just gonna have multiple of that flower, you know, for each of them. So yeah.
I'm gonna apologize in advance if you guys hear it.
Thank you, guys.
It's raining outside, so if you guys do hear that, sorry, but I can't control the weather.
We're getting so many storms lately. We're getting hit back to back to back, and it hasn't stopped. Luckily, our power has not went out, and we haven't needed to use that little
little lantern.
Our little lantern we have. It is so ugly, but it's hilarious.
It's lasted for years.
I brought it with us when I packed my bag whenever we had our tornadoes.
Oh shit bag.
Yeah, the oh shit bag, because when we lived in North Carolina, we had tornadoes constantly. So I always had that lantern with us. Oh my god. He makes fun of me for packing that bag. But, yeah.
Why is everybody going after my nipples? Like, seriously. It's mine.
It's called a purple nurple. Oh, wait. Mental makeup. How old are you, if you don't mind me asking? You don't have to answer. I'm just curious. Because we're 36. Well, I'm 36. He's 35. He'll be 36 in August. Oh my god, I can't even think.
I'm the baby.
So we called them purple nurples all of our life. Thank you, guys. I think it's pretty. The colors need to be tweaked just a little bit, but that's kind of what I want to get that way. Not that I would go shirtless, but if I wanted to go shirtless, that's what I would do. And I'm on the bigger side. I'm a hefty girl, but I am planning on losing weight just in general because it will look better, and the double mastectomy will look better with like the little fat stuff on the sides. So it will help like make my whole body look more proportioned. So I do plan on losing weight for that, but I am excited. You are not 40. She said she's 49. You are not 49. I see your picture. You're lying to me. You look so young in there. There's no way. I would say maybe in your 30s. I don't believe 49. I don't believe you. Lonnie, it's been rainy with you too, and windy.
Yeah. Well, Lonnie's out where it's getting that nastiness.
Hit before us.
Yeah.
Oh, I am so sorry. It's bad. So if it's bad for us, I can't imagine what you're going through.
Susan, you're not 48. You're 16. Stop with your bullshit.
We just celebrated your birthday. What the fuck you talking about?
You ain't pulling the wool over our eyes. All right, listen here, mental makeup. If you can do makeup that well that you don't look your actual age, please come and do my makeup.
Do his, because he's looking beat and I'm looking like trash lately.
Like, I can't tell you how many times I have gone to work with, my partner, and they thought that me and him were the same age. Now,
wait, I got convinced. When we lived in North Carolina.
No.
Yes. Come on, let me say it. When we went to North Carolina, John went to the grocery store. What was it called in North Carolina? Could you just get my wasabi peas? What was it called?
Harris Teeter.
Harris Teeter. He used to go to Harris Teeter. Okay, the one day he didn't go with me. He was wearing
I had earbuds.
His earbuds in. Not the not the blue ones that are the bone
the bone conduction.
Yeah,
it was Galaxy Buds.
Yeah, he was wearing those. He went in, he was talking to himself. They thought he was a senior citizen. So they gave him the senior citizen discount, which I ain't complaining, but like
they thought I was senile because I was talking with her on the phone and I'm sitting at the register and I'm like, okay, so I got to do this and then I got to do this and I got to do this. And, obviously she's in my ear telling me, yes, I got to make sure that I do this, that, and
it looks like he's talking to himself.
And the lady walks over from, because it's self-checkout, they're, making sure you're not stealing your, butter, because, oh my God.
Yeah.
And, they walk over just to make sure that everything's okay, and she scans her thing and says, hold on, give me 1 second, sir. And then she goes and pushes some things, and I look at my receipt as I'm walking out, and I'm like, Jess, they gave me a senior citizen's discount. And she's like, yeah, because you're senile. And you look old as hell.
To be fair, he does. Put your head down. I mean, he does. What is that? It's an M. Or it's a W, depending on if you flip them around. Oh my God, we just did that to my son. Blue, we had to shave his head. So I was like, I want to see what he looks like as you, because they look like twins. And so he did.
He's got better eyes than me.
Yes, he does. He has like ocean blue eyes. And so he shaved a little part here, a little part here. I took a photo of it, and I wish I could show you guys, but we just don't want to put our kids on camera, not their faces, not their voices. But like, when we did it, he was like, Mama, I don't like it. I look ugly. And Joe was like, are you calling me ugly? I don't want to be old like Daddy. I'm like, I'm so sorry. He was like, don't take a photo of me. I'm like, I didn't, I swear.
I don't want to be old, Dad.
I don't want to be old. I'm like, we're not old, we're in our 30s.
Dad is not in his 30s. No, Dad just doesn't age well.
Well, I don't know what month you turn 50, but when you do happy birthday, I can't believe you're turning 50. You really don't look like it. I'm shocked.
Ever since we told Susan that, and everybody in here, that Susan's real birthday, she turned 16, not 48.
Yeah.
She doesn't want to talk to us no more.
Susan, you better talk to me.
Yeah. She was driving, and she's like, I'm 48. And we were like, no, you were actually 16. And because she was driving.
Because Susan, we've been signing for your tattoos all these years. That's why you have so many. We've been signing for them.
You're on my tax return, girl. I don't know what to tell you. You're my dependent.
So we've been going through a lot lately. If it's not medical crap, and it's not dealing with crap in the house, it's dealing with stuff with the kids, which is, normal.
Adulting sucks.
Adulting sucks. And you know what? Having kids who are hitting puberty is not fun. So if you have kids hitting puberty, I am so sorry, because you know what? It is so hard. I want to cry every time. It's so hard.
I can tell you, like, if you were to put, Jessie and I as kids next to each other,
Susan,
polar opposites. She was, the devil. I was,
I was horrible. Like, outside my bedroom, this is when I was younger. I was 13.
Mm-hmm.
Outside my bedroom, there was a rain gutter. And I used to shimmy down. I was very skinny. I've always been skinny my whole life. I got up, put on meds, and I blew up. Anyhow, so let's get back to the story. So I was really teeny, and I was in gymnastics, and I shimmied down it, and I went and hung out with my boys, and my brother's friends, and because they all liked me, and I liked them at the time. And I would go hang out with them, or my brother, he was on the first floor, I was on the second floor, or he would come out his window, and we would all go hang out with his friends, skateboard, have some fun. And then for me, again, like I said, I was in gymnastics. So I just climbed right back up, and I went back in my window, never got caught. And I used to have all the fun in the world. If you're under 18, don't watch this. I snuck out. I drank. I did, you name it, I did it. I had a time of my life when I was younger. I don't do any of that now. I don't drink now. I don't vape. I don't smoke. I don't do any of that type of crap now. But back then, I did you name it, I did it. And John was this perfect little, I'm going to make everyone think I'm just amazing. You got great grades.
I did not get great grades.
You got decently great grades.
I did not have any
I was
A's.
a C student. When I went to college, I was an A+ student with a 4.0. When I was in high school, C student. Him, yeah, I
got B's. I got 1 A, and that was in law.
It doesn't matter. You still got
and
great
gym
grades.
Doesn't count. And study hall doesn't count.
Gym counts, damn it. Gym counts because you can feel that shit. I miss gym. Gym was fun. I love dodgeball. I used to always take the dodgeball. And
if you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball.
Hell yeah. And I would always nail the coach right in the balls. Every fucking time. Principal's office. I'm like, okay. Principal knew me by name. He would call me in just to check on me, see if I was doing okay. I would just go in there just to bullshit. He helped me for April Fool's Day. He helped me write a letter saying that I was getting expelled for doing this, that, and the other. Like, we were on good terms. I was always in trouble in school.
See, she was the one that was getting into all sorts of issues. I was like this. I call it this. Nobody else called it this, but I was like a little mob boss. Like, I had my hand in everybody's cookie jar. I knew people everywhere. I was like a ghost sometimes. Like, I could go anywhere. Everybody knew me, but nobody knew me.
He kind of was like a piece of every little clique almost.
I knew people, like, if I wasn't part of the clique, I knew people in the clique. So, like, I wasn't a jock, but I knew jocks. And I wasn't, a druggie, but I knew druggies. I wasn't a prep, but I knew preps.
I knew everybody, but I was only in my own little personal group. Like, my brother was a part of the whole popular group, so he knew everyone from every grade. He was in with everybody. I was in kind of with, like, the badder kids, the ones that had fun.
The troublemakers?
We'll say troublemakers. Yeah. I'm not going to say the other word you said.
Oh, okay.
I was in with the troublemakers, and I had so much fun. I had so many fun piercings. It was just so much fun,
You were a rebel.
I was a rebel. And I used to wear this hoodie. It said psych ward on it, and it was orange. I fucking love that thing. But, yes. Oh, mental makeup said A in law. That's a hard class. It is a very hard class.
It was hard. I remember it. And I actually, so when I had to give, I don't want to call it a dissertation because it wasn't a dissertation, but like I had to go and do a pseudo court case, and I was the prosecuting attorney. And I went in that day, and I was in a 3-piece suit with a trench coat. And
yes, he was.
And I went in and
his glasses, because he wore glasses.
I wore glasses. And I argued this case until I was purple in the face, and it ended up being a hung jury, but that's because everybody knew what was happening anyway. But it was a lot of fun, and like my mom even thought when I was deciding what I wanted to do for college, that I should maybe consider going for law. And I was like, yeah,
He's good at arguing.
I can argue about anything. Like, the sky is blue. No, it's really not. And let's talk about this. And like I can argue literally about anything just to argue. Like, I don't have to be right. I just can argue. Yeah. But the problem is that I am actually a horrible student.
He is, and I have to help him all the time.
Mm-hmm. Like, I'm getting ready to start college again.
Yeah.
For a different program.
So he was in for being a paramedic, and then everything happened with me. So he left the last month of schooling. He was a month away from graduating. So, but now he's joining.
So I'm going to get I'm going to school to try and get a bachelor's of science in healthcare administration with a focus on patient safety and quality.
And I told him I'm not doing his homework this time.
But, there's that I want to try and look into. I've also considered, maybe when I'm done with this, going to nursing school.
Yes.
And then going back to the pre-hospital realm. Because I did like taking care of patients. Yeah. I didn't always like the people that I worked with. I mean, I love Pops, my partner. But I mean, that's one person. So... We don't know what the future holds, right. But I know that I want to go to school and actually finish this time. Because, my first attempt at college, I went and tried to get a bachelor's of science in fire and emergency services, and that was just. I think the last class that I took there was meteorology.
Yeah.
Because that makes sense.
It did not.
Like, I enjoyed my ethics class and things like that.
Who did your ethics class?
You did, but I liked it.
He enjoyed it, yet I did his class. That's not fair.
Actually, you didn't do all of it. I did the class discussions. You just did the homework.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna lie here. Okay.
It's not unethical.
And when I'm done and I'm all healed up, I'm going back to get my recertification because I'm a phlebotomist. So I'm going to get recertified in that. It's a 2-hour program to get recertified again. And I can't wait because I miss it. So I have to actually go get my license this year. And I look forward to that because I can drive just fine. I don't drive, but I need to go get my license this year.
If there are cops watching.
I don't drive. But yeah, I need to go get my license. My dream has always been to be a traveling phlebotomist, and I really want to do that so badly. So I'm hoping this is kind of the year for it, because right now I have my double mastectomy, no reconstruction surgery. Then I have, I'm gonna guess, my stones. I have to get those blasted and 2 stents put in for that, and then possible parathyroid, which you'll learn in another video. It's pre-recorded, what that's all about. So when that's going to be throat surgery. After all that's done, if I need it, and after all that's done, I'm going for recertification, get my license, and hopefully start fresh, because I am over this shit. 2024, 2025, I'm done with the whole cancer stuff. I'm just done. I don't want to do it no more. I'm done. I have my checkups I'm going to have multiple times a year. Like, I'm just ready to live life. Go to the damn beach. I cannot wait to go to the beach. I promised Blue and Red that we would go to the zoo the second we were done with this, and we're going to the goddamn zoo. So, I can't wait. We need a vacation, and it might be a small one, but we're doing it. Like, next year, we're trying to plan a vacation. We're hoping to, at least, to go from where we are in PA up to Arizona. So take our time, up to Arizona. And
see the sights.
Yeah, and take our time coming back. So go up high and go there, then go down low and come back. And just have some fun finally. Let the kids explore. Let them see the world a little bit. And,
let them see some friends, along the way. And
family
God
members.
willing.
Yeah. Yay, the beach, likes it. Hell yeah, the beach. I miss the beach. I grew up every summer. No, I didn't miss a summer when I was a kid. We always went to the beach. We had a condo there. And I never came home until it was bedtime. I was, from the morning till night, I was out on that beach. I was either boogie boarding, surfing, building, sand castles. I was doing whatever. Like, I came home, and when I went into that shower, it was covered in sand. And we would get yelled at for it because we'd have to scoop the sand out to throw it away because there was that much sand on me. When I was younger, I used to put it in my bathing suit.
So, Lonnie, something that Jessie and I do, and, I'm guilty of it all the time.
I do not have a hard time finding the vein as a phlebotomist. I don't know what it is. My dad taught me when I was younger, because my dad's a paramedic firefighter. Well, he was. Now he's paralyzed. But he was a paramedic firefighter, and he actually practiced on me. And the way to get out of a bunch of testing was he brought me in and he showed them on me how he could do it from every different vein. And I found my love for it there. And now I can hit any vein. And somebody who says, like, oh, my vein, it collapses and everything else, I can get through it just fine. I have never had not one issue. So, but go ahead.
So, I know that, what they teach us, in medic school is different. But I'll start with, like, the rule that we have. So it's not really a rule. It's just kind of a force of habit. It's like, we'll be sitting around and we'll look at the kids and we'll be like,
that's a good vein.
We can get that.
I can get that. And we've done it. We've asked them, we're like, can we try on you? And they're like, sure, why not?
Because I've got my kit and everything here. And, I was not very good at the beginning.
No, I had to teach them.
But when I was at the end of my medic school, in the emergency room that we were just at.
they don't teach you long enough. So I had to give him more practice, and I had to teach him.
And, I would go up to the emergency room, and I'd spend almost 17 hours a day there at certain periods of time doing clinical time. And I got so good at doing IVs up there that the nurses would come and get me when they couldn't. So I was doing, the pediatric ones. I was doing, like, 6-month-old babies and things like that, getting them in their hands when nobody else could get it. I was doing the big mamma jammas. I even brought my big honkin' IVs that we use on the truck because in the hospital you're only allowed to do up to a certain size, and I was able to use different size needles. What's also really cool is that as a paramedic student, you're allowed to poke people in different places than nurses can.
Yep.
So what they tell you in school is, use the major veins, but what you do on the street is access is access. If you poke somebody in the foot, cool. She's gotten him in the forehead.
Yep.
If you can get
Red when he was 6 weeks old, the nurses couldn't get him. They were bruising him everywhere. I got him right here, and we were good to go. I got his blood work done for them.
Yep. So access is access, and it was really, really cool to be able to get that experience and get to do that. So I know that I'm looking forward to getting back into doing things that we both enjoy.
Exactly.
We try and do a lot here, so it'll be nice.
So we have a lot we want to do. But real quick, Susan's saying, she's like, I'm not at the beach, but I'm sitting on a cliff. Girl, get your ass off that cliff right now.
Hell no. Hell
no, Ricky Bobby. Ooh, I would love your veins. Susan, if you ever would like to give me your arms, I will have so much fun poking you. And you don't even feel it, I swear. I'm that good. He'll leave you a small bruise every once in a while, not all the time. Just every once in a while, you'll get a small bruise with him. I gave one bruise. One bruise.
It depends what needles I'm using. Some needles I'm actually very, very good with. Other ones I'm not. But yes, I will admit you are significantly better at it than I am.
I trained for 6 weeks. 6 whole weeks. It was horrible. And when you, back in my day, because apparently I'm old, even though I'm 36.
You're old.
Yeah. And I was top of my class, but apparently when I'm going for phlebotomy, but I had to learn anatomy for the whole body anyways, so I still don't get that part, but whatever. But I still aced it.
Well, you have to know where the big toe is.
Right, because you have to stick the big toe.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll never forget the first time I had to do a baby's blood, and that was just a little prick on the foot, and then you collect the blood. I cried more than the baby did because I felt so guilty, but you have to do it, and it was just horrible.
Lonnie said she'd have to be poked 4 to 6 times before someone else came to help.
Not with me. I'll get you so quick, girl. And that's not me being like, my ego being huge. No, I'm just actually that good at it. And it was because my dad. He taught me how to do it.
Ooh, Susan's saying mean things. Get her. Get her.
If there's water, you could totally throw me off. I will go. I'm ready. Let's do this. I'll be like, what's her Bella from Twilight. Just toss me off. I'm cliff diving. Or cliff jumping. Whatever you call it. I'm going.
Oh, man.
But, so that's what we have for the future coming up.
I know that we started with a whole lot of,
Yeah, we started with what happened while I was in the ER, and then we kind of bounced around. But, again, you guys will see pre-recorded videos from
starting
April.
Next week.
Yeah, starting next week. So April 9th through June 5th. Anything that includes me in it will be all pre-recorded, just because of my surgery. But anything that doesn't include me, so anything that includes this ugly ass mug, it'll be him. He'll be live, or he'll be recording. Most likely he'll be live though, and he'll still be on every 3 days.
Every couple days. Like, I know, I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna try
3 to 4 days a week or whatever. Yeah.
I'm gonna try and be live as much as I can.
Yeah.
There may be some days that I can't and whatnot.
He will be live when I'm in surgery as well, so he'll be updating you guys.
Yeah, so I have kind of a plan of things that I want to do.
So he's going to take you guys shopping. I'm not going to say where. He's going to take you guys shopping. He's going to go to Starbucks, which I know you guys all love. He's going to... Where else do you have to go?
Post office.
He has to go to the post office because it's going to be my nephew's birthday. And then... He has a few other things to do, but he wouldn't tell me what they were. But, so he's going to take you on a live everywhere.
So that'll be on Wednesday. So, I don't know exactly what time I'm going to, be doing anything. So just kind of stay tuned for what's going on, and then we'll go and spend some time together.
Keep in mind, this will be EST time, so
Susan, you're out of luck.
Susan. But it will be normally surgery around here is like
early morning.
Yeah,
like 7 o'clock arrival.
7, 8 a.m. So,
but I won't start the actual live until she is back in the operating room.
Fully asleep.
Yep. So.
I try to fight it. When I go back, they laugh all the time. Like, oh, I'm going to push it. I'm going to fight it. I'm like, they'll be like, okay, we'll count to 10. I'm like, okay. And I'm like, 10.
But yeah, I'm gonna try and be live on the days. If you guys haven't seen it on the community tab, I'm gonna try and be live there as often as I can.
Tuesday, Friday, then possibly Sunday.
Yeah, maybe a few days here or there. So that'll be on the lookout for that. I also I wanted to let you guys know if you guys are interested in it. If you are, you're welcome to come and join it. If not, I completely understand. I just want to kind of give it for everybody. I did create a Discord for Jessie and I's gaming. You guys can come in there. We can talk and everything like that. So that it wasn't just a text thing on YouTube. Right. So like when I start doing my Baldur's Gate series again, I'm gonna start over. And I'm gonna do it the way that I said I wanted to do it.
Right.
There's
gonna be more fun.
There's gonna be more mods. It's gonna be more. I'm gonna go and be crazy. Yeah. All right, Susie. Have fun. Be safe. We'll see you soon.
Bye, Susan. Love you.
Thanks for coming.
Mental makeup. Thank you so much. Every prayer is needed, so thank you. And Lonnie, yes, I will come to every appointment with you.
But I did put that in the description box of all of our videos, so if you guys want to come and chat with us during the videos, I have been assured that if you guys would get into like a speech channel, your audio is not transcribed or recorded into any of the videos. It is just our audio, so we're the only ones that can hear you. But I just want to give that to you guys as an option. You can go there, hang out, socialize.
And don't worry, I will be yelling in the background to talk. I'm like, hey guys!
So there's that. We're going to be putting out a new game. There's a couple really good videos that are going to be coming out. I know that Jessie and I had a blast putting them together.
We can say what it's called.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of content that's going to be coming out from, the 9th until, the beginning of June.
There's a really good game coming out, and I can't say what the name is apparently. But...
No, we've talked about the game. I thought you were talking about something else.
Okay, it's Split Fiction. It's so good!
It's very stressful.
It's stressful. There's no way you could ever do a live with that game, but it's so good you have to play it. If you play games, you have to play it. It's so good.
Yeah. But, yeah... I encourage each and every one of you guys, to reach out and connect with us. Each and every one of you guys that's here, it really means the world to me. I have my computer right here. That's why you guys see me, so that I can see the chat.
Smash the thumbs button, or smash them in the face.
Well, actually, no. This is long form, so
I was being a smart ass.
You smack me in the face in the video already.
I was being a smart ass.
But I really enjoy interacting with you guys. It's really a lot of fun.
Me too. I love you guys.
And I'm hoping that when I do games coming up, that we'll be able to start interacting more together. Because I really think that that'd be a fun part of the
hell yeah.
Like a choose your own adventure, as Susan puts it.
Yeah.
So. But yeah.
We're going to call it here, you guys, because I am due in 15 minutes for my meds. So, thank you, Lonnie. It was good to see you guys on here.
Yeah, I really appreciate, you guys being here. It was a lot of fun. I'm really hoping that we can do more of these. Good
night, Mental Makeup. Love you guys.
Good night, Mental Makeup. Thanks for coming. I don't know how much of Jessie you're gonna get
Good
to
night,
see,
Lonnie.
but we're gonna try and do as much as we can.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna do as much as we can within reason.
Yeah.
So, I want to show you guys my scar because I have a lumpectomy scar, but I don't know if you guys want to see that or not. So, but my port is right here. I don't know if you guys can see it. And dude did some serious damage to it. But I have a lumpectomy scar and it looks fucking ugly.
Do you want to see if they want to see the scar?
If you want to see the scar,
Here we go. I got it.
let me know. What are you doing? Oh. Oh, I didn't know you could do that.
All right, here we go.
I don't see it.
Do you want to see Jessie's scar?
This is the lumpectomy scar. Now the double mastectomy scar, I'll probably still show you because technically I won't have nipples or anything, so it's not illegal for me to do that. I can show you whatever I want to show you. And I'm not embarrassed about it. I don't care. I'm getting it so it prevents me from getting future cancer in that spot, hopefully.
You are being safe.
Correct.
What are we looking at here? How many folks?
Yeah. Okay, so if you want to see the scar, then stay on. And then if you don't want to see the scar, you can click off because after we're done, then we're going to get off anyway. So I'm going to show it in 3, 2, 1. So you can click off quickly, whatever. Yes, I'm in my jammy, you guys. And
deal with it.
You can just deal with it, damn it. So up close. Here's my port and what they did to me. Look at that. Look at my skin. They fucked me up so bad. Okay, now for my...
Remember, not the actual boob.
I know. This is my lumpectomy scar. That's what they did to me. Isn't that horrible? So nasty. Sorry, I have bye-bye wings that fly me away. But don't worry. Those will be gone eventually. But yeah. So that's the scar. And it looks horrible, but it will fade over time, and I'm going to get a tattoo over it anyways, so it doesn't really matter. So, but thank you guys all for watching, and I hope you enjoyed seeing my bye-byes and, and everything else. So I hope everyone has a great night or great day, depending on where you are, and you all stay safe.
Bye, guys.
Stay blessed. Bye, guys. Blooper reel!